Finish. All right, our forecast, action-packed this morning.
Rainy and hailing,
hail, yeah.
and now some wind.
Yeah, it's all together and quickly, and then it moved out of here. And it was a bit interesting, probably a bit intimidating for a lot of folks to hear that thunder and lightning. Not something we've heard a lot of recently, but it did roll through. We picked up some nice rain totals in some areas. I know there's some of you out there going, I didn't get a whole lot of rain. I feel for you. I'll show it to you here on the maps coming up. Viper radar, this is where the rain is. Now, it is well to the east of us. You have friends and family up from Louisiana, Mississippi, Tennessee, Kentucky, and beyond into Indiana and Ohio, all the way, really all the way up to the eastern seaboard. Look at that, all the way to Boston. It's stretched. This is a cold front. It's rolling through. There are some hot spots. Some of these counties that you see lit up and blinking, some of them in the orange are for thunderstorm warnings. The red are for tornado warnings. The blue, flood warnings. So they've got everything. We picked up just some rainfall. Did have some wind damage out of that. We've talked about the power outages, but at the moment it is a red flag warning that we see. There's a lingering thunderstorm watch box area. It's likely to expire here pretty quick. And at the moment, the rain totals that we have so far, picking up anywhere from a quarter of an inch of rain, or none, obviously in some cases that was the case, to a quarter of an inch, half an inch, 3/4 of an inch. You get a little further up east of Williamson County up there, right below the banner, you see an inch and a half. There were some spots where it was a little heavier. And then you see also within this, I don't know, you can see them, they're kind of hard to see on some TVs, little dots in there. These are for some of the hail reports. Let me just make it simple for you. We picked up pea-sized, dime-sized, also had reports up to 1 inch in hail, and that gets you into severe levels. And of course, the winds picked up. Now, our wind gusts so far are running 20 to 30 and even almost up to 40 miles per hour. Wind gusts. 39 in Williamson County, 29 here in Austin, 31 at the airport, 35 in San Marcos. Current wind speeds, we'll update this for you, anywhere from 15 to 25 to 28 down in San Marcos, so still very windy across the area. I want to show you what we have right now out at Lake Travis. Beautiful blue skies, temp 65, and I talked about this being not a lot of rain for some folks. Look at that, 5/100ths of an inch of rain, not great. Winds 25 miles per hour. You can see out of the north and northeast. You can see the camera shaking around a little bit. Now, mind you, the camera is mounted inside of a big dome. It's affixed to the side of Steiner Ranch Steakhouse, and Steiner Ranch Steakhouse isn't moving much, so obviously this is starting to move around quite a bit with the wind out there. 65 degrees, you can see it looks good. A little bit on the breezy side now, on the hazy side. Last week I mentioned this, even updated our blog on it. There's agricultural burning down in Mexico that comes in. The smoke comes in. The front has pushed all of this out, so kind of pushed it back, so we don't have that, but it's a little moisture, but otherwise skies are clear. Temperature, 67 degrees locally. Winds out of the north-northwest at 17 miles per hour. Humidity, 32%, about half of what it was earlier this morning. Temperatures anywhere from the 60s to even some 50s, 59 in Fredericksburg. We picked up temperature at this hour of 70 in San Marcos, 68 in Lockhart, 66 in Georgetown, 64s for Bastrop and LaGrange. The front pushes south and the cool air goes there. Here's the front earlier this morning, and then through the past several hours we've seen it push through and almost out of here. You got a little lingering cloud cover, so the showers have come to an end, but very windy for this afternoon. We have wind advisories in effect through this evening and the red flag warning. So obviously don't want to burn anything if you're heading out and about. Roads are likely to dry up fairly quickly, but in protected areas, roads might still be a little bit slick. Future clouds and radar had the showers just edging through the area and then racing out of here. Watch how quickly and then gone by 8 a.m. We did actually have a little more rainfall, so the forecast model kind of fell flat on that, but we were watching to see if some showers pop up. Typically, when these fronts encounter the Balcones escarpment, we tend to see them pick up and fire up with all that warm, moist air, and they did. And it was no exception this time around. They fired up and they raced out of here. Wind advisories, as I mentioned, through this afternoon and the evening hours. We'll go with a temperature of 69. Winds originally out of the south, now to the north at 10 to 20. Some areas to the south may still have some winds out of the south down towards the Texas coast, but the front is moving through. Tonight, everybody will have winds out of the north, 10 to 15 miles per hour, but calming down towards the morning. 45 the overnight low. Could we hit an upper 30? It's a possibility, but freezing weather is out. It's still going to be pretty windy overnight. I don't think it's still too windy for it to get any colder. Tomorrow, sunshine 77, 54 to 82 on Wednesday. It does warm up Thursday, Friday. Temperatures rising into the upper 80s. Could we, like this past Friday, have a temperature in the 90s? Well, we hit 92. I think we could do it again. 86 on Saturday, 85 on Sunday with a slight chance for showers. Then